Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is the Crypto Libertarian here and doing another review for you. This is in English this time. Last video I did was in Cantonese. Sorry if you didn't understand, but this time I'm going to do a review. Actually, it's more of a comparison between what we call a legitimate exchange, DeFi exchange, with what we call liquidity pool and not legitimate, keyword not legitimate exchange. That is decentralized exchange. How to tell the difference. So you guys don't fall into a scam like this, okay? So before we get started, please subscribe to this channel, like this, share this with your friends so you guys can see and know exactly what are legitimate decentralized exchange and what are legitimate centralized exchange. So case in point, I'm going to go to PancakeSwap. Everybody knows PancakeSwap. I'm going to move myself down a little bit. PancakeSwap, when it first started, they used to only do BNB chain, quite a bit BNB chain. So you guys know about it quite a bit. And if you go to CoinMarketCap, I'm going to go to CoinMarketCap for you. Go to exchange, decentralized exchange, and you can see exactly how much volume that PancakeSwap has. Version 3, they have about $1.3 billion in volume in the last 24 hours. It's quite a bit. Okay? Wow. Radium actually is doing pretty good. PancakeSwap version 2 did pretty good. And of course, everybody also knows Uniswap as well. I'm most familiar with PancakeSwap just because I like to eat pancakes. That's why I'm getting fat. All right. With that being said, I'm going to go to the homepage. And by the way, the official website for PancakeSwap is right here. And you can always find it on CoinMarketCap if you are in doubt. If you can looking, someone's like send some stuff to you, told you that, hey, it's PancakeSwap. Really, compared to CoinMarketCap, see if it is the official site. It's right here, pancakeswap.finance. All right. So this is what we call a Web3 exchange. In here, you don't see login right on top right. You see Wallet Connect. You click on it. There are many different ways for you to connect your wallet. Very convenient. And sometimes you can use it just scan it with QR code. So in the old days, we just click on Wallet Connect, scan with QR code with our wallet on our phone. That's it. Nowadays, I don't use it much now, okay? Just because of the fact that I still prefer centralized exchange a little more, okay? But there are a lot more benefits to use a decentralized exchange than centralized exchange. So you can see right here, you don't see anywhere that says, oh, login, that kind of stuff. And if you go to, for example, farm and liquidity, right here, you can provide liquidity for two different tokens. For example, in this case, you have USDT, USDC on the BNB Smart Chain. In here, BNB and BTCB. So they'll tell you exactly what are some of the blockchain that they're running on. Very, very convenient. What is the APR? And total value lock. That means how much money is in their liquidity, how much of those tokens in value is locked into their liquidity pool. Okay? The higher the total value lock, the better and the safer it is, but the lower the return. So something like this will give you about 54% return a year. That's annual percentage return, and it's average, by the way. In here, you'd see, okay, what's the return? The lower the total value lock, the higher the return and riskier than it is, okay? At any time, you can also take your money out and you put your money into the liquidity pool. That means both tokens, keyword, both tokens. You also need to pay what we call a gas fee. That's a transaction fee. And in this case will be Binance BNB, okay? Binance token. So that's how it works. So this is what the largest DeFi exchanges in the market. And the one I really like, and you guys know already, I'm a big fan of Shiba Inu, shibaswap.com. Unfortunately, it doesn't rank that high on CoinMarketCap. And you know what? It's okay. So in here, they do have liquidity tool. They have bridge that's bridging two different blockchains because blockchains are not designed to communicate with each other. So in here, they do Ethereum to Shibarium, my favorite. You can see how that works. And of course, token. And once again, if you go to liquidity pool, once again, you can see that it's two tokens. Same thing in here, Wallet Connect. You don't need to log in. You don't need to give them your email. You don't need to use your password. Everything in terms of Web3, you just need to scan the QR code, log in. That's it. So that's why all transactions are anonymous. So there are a lot of benefit to using this. If you're trading and you don't want your, well, don't want the information to be shared, right? All right, so now let's go to this. This is Moonacy. Some people asked me to reveal this, and I actually saw my good friend John from Binance Stuff. He revealed this, and he called this a scam. Why that is that this is not a legitimate Web3 exchange, especially something that offer what we call liquidity. First, you see login, sign up, registration. Right away, whenever you see this, it is telling you that this is Web 2, not Web 3. So it's not done properly already. So if that's the case, this is actually a Web 2 exchange, not a Web 3 exchange. Not a fan of this already. And second problem is I don't see anywhere in information when it comes to total value lock. I don't see it anywhere. And in most cases, they will tell you exactly how much TVL there is. And or maybe even in most cases, they'll tell you the pairing, how much is locked in there. So if I go to, and to prove my point, let's go to liquidity. If I can find it, earn on liquidity right here. There's absolutely none of those information. Provide liquidity, so you have to, again, log in. So what exactly are they? We have no idea. Okay, so they gave us a white paper. Now here is the big problem right here. Legal compliance, and so on, yada, yada, yada. They say a lot. But what I want to show you is the return, where I really dislike. Right here, investment range, $100, return on investment per day for 150 days is 95%. So if you compound interest this, the problem is this is not sustainable. If anybody can do this in compound interest, let's just say we go to the lowest plan, $100 and 0.95%, right? And I'll show you how crazy the return is in 5 years, and if that's even possible. 0.95% interest is a daily now. Compound frequency, daily. Okay, you ready? So if you think that, for example, you can compound interest your money, and of course, people will be tempted to reinvest their money again, keep going over and over again, okay? This is basic, simple calculation. In 5 years, that's the return. That's not feasible. This is $3 billion. And in 1 year, oops, they don't have that information. Oops, that's why. Okay, let's try that one more time. That's $3 grand. So if any company can turn $100 into $3 grand, they don't need your money. They absolutely do not need your money. That's over 3,000% return. They will be all over Wall Street. Warren Buffett would have been lining up for this. Elon Musk would have been lining up for this. You'd be richer than Warren Buffett and Elon Musk put together. It's absolutely unsustainable. And how are they making their money? Big problem right here. Okay. So I don't like that already. Second problem I'm looking at in this whole white paper is that, yeah, they got blah, minimum slippage and so on. Ease of use. These are just jargon that Web3 people use, Web3 exchanges use. But the problem is this is not a Web3 exchange, this is a Web2 exchange. So this whole white paper here, absolute trash. Now, they also provided something down here. This is the address. So I have a look at the address. And it's this building right here. Oops. So if that's the case, in this building here, Hammersmith Road in London, which unit are they at? Which floor? We have none of those information. It's down here. Nothing. So the only thing they ever show us in terms of telling us the quote unquote legitimacy, it's their registration with Company House. John from Binance stuff, he is a British citizen. I'm also a British citizen on top of being a Canadian citizen. And we both know this. If they're offering securities that is passive income, by the way, or anything that's related to trading, they need to be registered with the FCA, and they will need to show us their FCA registration. That is Financial Conduct Authority. Where is it? No idea. So what I can say is this company here, whatever they are, this is not a legitimate Web3 exchange, unlike Shiba Swap and Pancake Swap. I will say this is absolute bogus right here. I wouldn't even work with or deal with this company. So peace out, guys. Talk to you later. Ciao for now.